Hello, everybody. Welcome. Sorry, I'm late. I know, I'm late. I hate being late. However, I had to get some stuff done. And yeah, got a lot to talk about today, obviously. Um, Lots of stuff happening around here, lots of stuff happening all over the place. So, shall we dive into a beer first? Yeah, probably. Probably. What beer do we have? It is the greatest little IPA in the world. And it's come from Backcountry Brewing. So yes, that is the greatest little IPA in the world. It's a session IPA coming at 5.0% alcohol by volume. Oh, I hate opening these things because they spit, but that's okay. Now, I've had this before, and it is absolutely delightful. It's not exactly a session ale as per se, or IPA as per se, but it's really, really nice. Look at that color. Gorgeous color. I love how they do these, like the cloudiness. Give me my cloudy beers. Okay. Delicious as usual. Just move this stuff out of the way. Get that onto my whole thing. Let's talk. Welcome, guys. Welcome, one and all. The people that are waiting, I'm really sorry I'm late. I didn't mean to be late at all, but here I am. So what's happening in the world? Well, we got lots of things happening. Excuse me while I just try and pimp this out a little bit while I am live. Um, Olympics 2026. We are going to be having the Olympic Games, or we're going to try to vote to have the Olympic Games here, right here in Calgary, Alberta. Well, so they want. So they want. I've been going on different forums to do a little bit of research to find out what's happening, to actually look at if it is actually worth it or not to actually have these games in Calgary. And I'm giving my personal opinion on this. Now, understand, it is my personal opinion. It does not affect others or anyone else. If you want, feel free to object or give your thoughts in chat. By all means, I have no problems. If you want to sit down, relax, and grab a beer yourself, and let's talk. The Calgary Olympics Committee, yes, Calgary and everybody else are trying their hardest to make sure that we give a yes vote for the plebiscite on November 13th. They're doing everything they can, every trick in the book, every lie, cheat, and steal. And yes, I'm calling it as a spade, lie, cheating, and stealing, as they can to make sure that we, as a city, say yes. The hard part about this is the fact that the numbers they have spewed to us look good on paper, but I don't think they will translate into anything big. So, yeah. I think that, yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get this all pimped out. I think it's pretty much going to be interesting. I think that it's going to be something that's going to be big, bad, bold. And I think a lot of people just don't see it for what it is. A lot of bullshit. Because of the fact that they're saying that we've got what? A lot of things that we can do. We can build bigger infrastructure. This will be beautiful for us in the long run. It would not be. It would not be something that. It would not be something that basically we would have to worry about. I've got into arguments with people over things, and yeah, I do that. I get online and I get into arguments. I can't help that because when I hear something that doesn't seem right, and others are like, "Oh, this sounds beautiful," I gotta say it. I do. I've done this ever since I was a kid. I kid you not. I spoiled a person's birthday party because the magician or ventriloquist was horrible. I had a baby in there crying away and everything. And every time I went to go see it, they're like, no, no, no. Finally got to see it, and there was no baby in there. Yeah, ventriloquist wasn't that good, but I called a spade, and they didn't like it. I don't think I was ever invited back to another birthday party after that. Can't remember. It's a long time ago. So yeah, I've been looking at a lot of this stuff that Yes Calgary has been saying, and it is a lot of stuff that basically a lot of political mumbo jumbo bullshit, plain and simple. Um, because of the fact that they've got people like Larry McDonald supporting this. They've got people like, oh, who else? They've got people, yeah, entrepreneurs. Hmm, they got all sorts of people. Aginla, Jerome Aginla, who no longer lives here, is saying yes, Calgary, which is pretty much stupid. Uh, they're pretty much saying Calgary Paralympics could push accessibility standards forward, advocates say. Yeah, let's look at 2010. How well did that do? I got a buddy over in Victoria right now pushing to have handicap spots left alone because they're taking them out in certain areas, like, oh, City Hall. It's it is a lot of shit that they're throwing. I had one guy turn to me in one of my comments and basically state, and I to this day kind of caught me off guard, and everyone's like, oh, okay. Um, Let me just find it here. Give me 2 seconds here. All right, here we are. One person stated that if we get the games, it would be a great win for the town of Canmore because Canmore is involved in it. To get 240 affordable housing units to support tourism employees and athletes living in the town. Upgrading of their facilities and the opportunity to have a resort tax that will recoup their investment within 2 years and continue to generate revenue for many years after. Affordable housing. There's two things there that really don't make sense. A, affordable housing. And then after that, you have was they say a resort tax. So you're going to have affordable housing and a resort tax on top of that. I'm not quite sure how they're trying to get around this. Um, they basically. So I was like, well, hang on a second. I was my reply was, how can it be affordable housing when it's just usually the state of the art housing for athletes, which is true. It is pretty much state of the art. So there is pretty much built to the nines with high tech, high this, high that, and it can't be affordable housing if you got all that high shit in there. And I'm not talking about the 420 stuff. Just like Vancouver, I bet all these will become $1 million condos in affordable housing, is what I said. And then I had someone turn around and tell me Tell me, the Athletes Center in Whistler, known as the WAC, is now used much like a hostel. It is open to groups of people when they come to events in the local area. We use it all the time. Very nice facility, clean rooms, and professional kitchen to do your cooking. Great investment from 2010. I looked up WAC, and you know what I found? A hotel room. A hotel charging $150 to $200 low end, up to $500 a night for the Whistler Athletes Center. WAC. It is not basically a hostel. A hostel is something completely different than that. So basically, I went off and said, "You mean like this one where it costs $150 to $400 a night?" And I gave the link where it was the Whistler Athletic Center. And I'm going to post that into the comments here. And so basically, yeah. And then afterwards, I went, "Oh, or do you mean the hostel that was built in 1965?" Yeah, way before the games. And I said, "I'm confused as the WAC is a hotel that you get charged pretty much the same as a mid to high tier hotel. That does not tell me it's affordable housing, which it is absolutely not. It is absolutely not affordable housing. So I don't know what kind of glue this person was on, but obviously the Elmers wasn't working for them, so they had to go a little bit higher to try and think that people like myself wouldn't go and Google it to see what was going on. They would just take their word for it and go, "Well, I guess that's okay now, isn't it?" So, by the way, hey John, how you doing? Can more affordable housing? No. I support the Olympics, but that is ridiculous. Yes, you're absolutely right. Is ridiculous, and I understand you as a person who support this, and I understand that it's supposed to be something great for the city, and I get that. I understand that they're trying to make something big out of this, but when you have a place like Vancouver, BC, who he went straight to the horsehair glue with a hint of acid. That I can agree with as well. Um, Basically, you have a place where it's just still trying to dig ourselves out of a recession, and this is what people are also going with. We're trying to dig ourselves out of this recession, and they feel that this would be the best way possible. And it's not. It absolutely is not. We're giving lies of with every $1 we put into it, we will get $10 back. I have never, ever, ever, ever heard a sales pitch like that. I have never heard something like that. We will drop the cost by 25% and cover it. Yes, okay, I can see that. But for every dollar you spend, you get $10 back. That right there is not only a pyramid scheme, but it's also a load of horse shit. Now, is that for the public that gets the $10 back, or is that for the upper tier business managers who are spending the money are going to get this money back? Because I'm sure the middle class will not see fuck all from this. I'm sure for the fact that we will not see anything from this. I'm sure that basically we're looking at this and we have from now till 2026, if we go ahead with this bid and if we are approved, that we will have $5 billion into investing into these games that run 10 days. That same 10 days is something that the Stampede does. And they don't keep asking for $10 billion or $5 billion for the 10 days. They ask for us to come down and spend our hard earned money going and taking $30 at the gate and plus whatever rides and whatever other stuff we have and everything else. And it's still something that brings the money into not only the Saddle Dome but everywhere else. Um, Now this is where I disagree with you just a bit. So we were in a worse recession in the 80s, and we were one of the only two profiting cities since 1979. I don't think it's going to hurt, but it won't save the city either. So, okay, I can agree that yes, we were in a recession back then, but there was also oil and gas that was pretty much still giving us a little bit of income here and there. We also did not have a population of 1.3 million people in our city in 1988. We had a population of, what was it, 5 to 700,000. So again, John is saying he's neutral on it. It's understandable, but I can see why he's neutral on it. But I don't know. Do you get to vote when you're in Okotoks? I'm not sure. So answer that when you have a chance. I just feel that between 1988 and 2026 is almost 40 years. Inflation has gone up massively in 40 years. We have been hit hard by a lot of things in 40 years. We're still trying to help people out with their homes. We're just finally getting that sorted out when we got hit by the flood 3 years ago. We are still trying to build roads like the one outside my house right now because we have a bare minimum budget to get this done and to get things fixed up a little bit before election time hits. We have schools that need more better computers, better books, more stuff, but the parents have to pay for a lot of it. We had a drop in the busing system's price, and then it spiked up again this year. We've jumped up. What was it? Almost $100 for the school buses for our kids in 4 or 5 years. That's a lot. Because of our mayor, we have got 4-car trains, which is amazing. He actually delivered on that, but it cost us an increase of our fares by about 23%, I want to say, um, over the last 5 years. Everything is going to cost us, the taxpayers, a lot of money. It's not going to cost the upper business because they get a kickback. It's not going to cost the Olympic Committee because they get a lot of our money. And it's not going to really go into the city. We are pretty much going to be looking at. Okay, so you do get to vote. Okay, so Okotoks does get to vote. We are pretty much looking at a very big increase in our taxes just so we can actually afford the games. They also haven't accounted in for and their security. That was another one that I saw. The cost for security is so low that it's kind of making people go, well, there might be something wrong here. I do believe they're pulling numbers out of their ass. I mean, I could pull numbers out of my ass too. 6, 5, 24. $359 billion that we can give you back. Nope, 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 nope. I don't think it's going to be beneficial for us. I really do not feel that it's going to actually help us out at all. I would love to say it is. And trust me, I love the Olympics. I love watching Olympic hockey. And I would love to sit there and spend the $800 per ticket to watch Canada play in a medal game if they make it. That's not even guaranteed that they'll make it because the NHL, like last year, didn't allow their players into the Olympics. So we may not even get that. The NHL might even just balk at us and say, no, you can't even have that. The ski jump, from what I've been reading, is going possibly to Vancouver, back to Whistler. So the cost of moving people back and forth, unless they keep them there and they do via satellite, it's not even in our own province. We're ripping down our ski jumps. We're ripping down our luge. We're ripping down our bobsled tracks. And we're going to rebuild them? Are we really? We're ripping down pretty much everything to rebuild it because it is almost 40 years old. It'll be almost 40 years old by the time we go and have the Olympics. It is insane. It is absolutely insane that we, as a city, are looking at our mayor going, okay, we can do this. And yes, Calgary is looking at this going, we've got all this money and we're being paid to say yes. We can go up to whoever we want. My name is McDonald. You run a successful car lot. Would you like to say yes because it's going to benefit you because you can sell more cars to Enterprise and everyone else for them to actually cover the rentals for everybody? Would you like to say yes because it's going to benefit you? Won't benefit these guys though. Just say yes because you're a big face. And yes, Glenn, I know where you stand on this too. And by the way, hi. I'm not believing where we actually will really benefit from it. I know of some friends that actually are saying yes. Uh, a good guy out of Village Brewing, Jim Button, is saying yes because he's got this big list, and I would love to read it off. And I understand where he's coming from as a businessman. I really do. I can understand that he's got and how it would benefit us, but I can't justify where it can benefit us when we have, as I've talked to Glenn and other people, almost a 30% vacancy rate in our buildings in the downtown core, where it costs $400 a month to park there for a month. And people are losing out on that money because we can't fill the spots because there's not enough people working downtown. It's just recently that I've been noticing that the trains are still kind of full, but I can still manage to get a seat on the trains. Whereas 4 years ago, I was unable to get a seat on the trains, and I was squished up against walls and everything else like that because the downtown core was busy as shit. You go down 7th Avenue, you go between Center and 2nd Street Southwest, and you have all these places that are closed down. We just built a new library that cost us a lot of fucking money. And it's a gorgeous library. It's absolutely beautiful. It went into the proper areas. We've got a ring road, and I had someone tell me that we spent an extra $130 in our taxes to build that ring road. We wouldn't have had to spend that if we actually built that 1980, whatever it was, because that's when they're looking at it. And maybe we can rent out the office. So just gonna go to the comments here quickly. Hey, maybe we can rent out the office space to the athletes that come here. We don't need an athlete's village. Two birds with one stone. There are bathrooms in there, and some of the places do have communal showers. You might be onto something there. That might be something. God knows a homeless doesn't want to take it. Oh, sorry, that's Victoria. That's a different thing altogether. My bad. Uh, I just there's so much stuff that we can do with that money. That $5 billion we can do with that money. But they're just giving us the money to go into the Olympics. They wouldn't give us the money to go into our roads. They wouldn't give this money to go into our infrastructure. They wouldn't give us this money as a danger pay because we lost a lot of jobs and everything else like that, and we needed more support. We They're pulling the wool over our eyes, and I just don't like it. I really don't like it. There's a lot of things that just don't make sense. If you read all this stuff, you watch some of these things, there's a lot of shady things that people are doing just to get the Olympics, and it's pretty sad. I really wish it wasn't the way, but it is. I really wish that we didn't have to go through this conversation. But November 13th, I really wish people would go out and vote. I really want to see people come out and vote. It'd be really nice to see. I know where my vote stands. I know where some of my friends' vote stands. I know where other people's votes stand as well, because of the fact that this is something that is dividing our city. A lot of people are saying no, but you don't hear the people saying yes because they feel that it's already going to happen. Why bother saying yes? I'm just going to vote whatever. I just really wish our mayor would get off his high horse. He didn't even want to help. Well, was it him that didn't want to help out with the arena? I can't remember. It got so confusing in that. Hmm. We're not even getting a new arena. We're getting a small little area that will seat about 5 to 7,000 people, same size as a WHL arena, or as if you want to look at that way, same size as the original arena for the Flames that's inside the Olympic area there, or inside the Saddle Dome, Saddle Dome area. Get out, and as Glenn says, "Yep, get out and vote, even though it doesn't matter because it's not binding. I'm still going to vote no." And yes, get out and vote. I don't see why not. I'm going out and voting too, and then the next night I'm going out to something else. Um, but I'm definitely going out and voting. I wanted to vote early, but I just didn't have the time because I had a lot of shit hit me. A lot of shit. Goddamn cat. Uh, had to take her to the vet and then keep her overnight. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's just there's a lot of stuff that's going on that I just don't like about it. There's a lot of deals. Just keep reading, do your due diligence, read up on the stuff, and yes, make your own conclusions by all means. Vote early, vote twice. Yes, because they. Oh my god. Thank you, Glenn. I completely forgot about that. If you voted early, you still could vote a second time because of the fact that they're not crossing your name off. So, in other words, there's a way of cheating the system for voting. Yeah, we're so fucking organized with this. Cheating the fucking system too. Just, you know what? If you're undecided and you want to vote twice, vote yes for one and vote no for another. There you go. You're undecided. You're still good. Oh yeah, and you still could do a mail-in vote to get 3 votes because they don't not crossing off your name. Because they're not crossing off your name. Because they've got this wonderful system that is fucked. Oh my god. You know, you think Alberta elections would actually get their shit together and help out with this? I just, yeah, I got nothing. I really got nothing. I just, obviously these votes don't matter because I feel like I'm poking the bear a little, but that's okay. You know what? That's okay. That's perfectly fine because it's true. I just, oh my god. I really want to go down with a great big super soaker and spray our mayor and go, bad mayor, bad. Just because this is wrong. This is wrong on so many levels. And I had one person on the Yes Calgary say we are the least corrupt country in the world should host this. Least corrupt. They didn't say we weren't corrupt. We are the least corrupt country. Switzerland's not that corrupt, are they? They could have hosted it. They don't want to. I just it's Canada's least corrupt, and it's true. We've got a lot of shady deals that have happened over the years. We really, really do. I've got nothing. I really don't because this is just it feels like this is just a joke for a lot of people and they're going to go through with it anyways. They're just entertaining us. Even though we vote no, they're going to entertain us. Have a good one, Glenn. Thanks for coming out. And yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, get out and vote, folks. Really do. It's going to be one of those ones where you want to see what's going on. Next up, I'm going to get rid of that. That's done. We're over and done with that. I really, November 13th, we'll be finished that. The next thing I have on my agenda is not much, but you know what? Today is kind of an odd day for me. Um, Today is basically the birthday of someone that I lost as a friend, and not in the retrospect of they dropped me as a friend, but in the retrospect that I lost them as a friend because they lost their battle. It has been over a year ago, and it has been one of those things that really still cuts deep and resonates deep because I was friends with her for almost 25, 30 years. And she was one of those people that actually I can sit down and discuss, and she tell me I'm wrong, but at the same point in time, I've got some good points. We have some good battles back and forth, and she was one of those down to earth people that actually I actually enjoyed hanging out with. Um, so it's kind of an odd day for me today. I'm going to be looking at getting a lot of videos up because I want to. There's going to be a live stream. I think I might do a live stream. Well, a live stream right now. I think I might do a gaming live stream of one of the alphas that's going on. Not a lot of people know about it, so I might actually try and see if I can get that up. See if my ODR is running, and I'm going to try and see if I can do a live stream of the Cyanide and Happiness beta that's going on. Because I'm allowed to and I haven't done that yet, I've been wanting to for a while. I also wanted to sit down and watch the Canucks game this afternoon because there's an afternoon game if it's on TV. However, that being said, one thing that is coming to Calgary and one thing that I really want to go see, and it was announced as of yesterday, is Iron Maiden is coming to Calgary. That's right, Iron Maiden, the biggest baddest ass band that I know of. All right, it's one of my favorite bands, and I'm really, really opinionated about it. But Iron Maiden is coming to Calgary, and I have seen them 3 times, and I'm planning to see them on a fourth time. I will be buying tickets for this, and I will be going to it August 31st. They will be in the Saddle Dome, and they will be rocking your ass. I'm actually really excited about this because I didn't even know this announcement was coming until all of a sudden I was looking on my feed. I'm like, Iron Maiden. Okay, Iron Maiden's doing a tour. Wicked. Where are they doing? North American. Even better. Let's see if they're actually doing an actual North America. Holy shit, it's Calgary on the map. I've been watching Crack Max going, well, they're not, this band's not coming to Calgary, they're going to Edmonton. This band's not coming to Calgary, they're going to Edmonton. This band's not coming to Calgary, they're going to Edmonton. And then all of a sudden, Iron Maiden shows up going, this band will be in Calgary. And I'm like, yes. So I will be going to Iron Maiden August 31st of 2019. I'm actually really looking forward to that. That is going to be one of the things I love going to. The band puts on a amazing show. The songs are phenomenal live. And they have so much energy that it's absolutely wonderful to see. And I've gone blurry. Hi, how you doing? I'm right here. Here we go. Uh, fucking hell. Um, it is great to see that this that they're coming back again. They missed us on the last tour. They went to Edmonton and then Vancouver. They didn't come to Calgary. Calgary is one of the only places that actually sell out their tickets after half an hour. So I'm hoping I get my tickets. I really am because I would love to get on the floor again. Um, and I'm almost tempted to do a VIP, but I don't want to spend $300 to do a VIP. I'm probably going to be spending about $150 to $200 for this ticket alone. So a VIP is probably going to be up there as well. They didn't announce what the ticket prices were yet. Let's see if they show up here yet. As well, there's a lot of bands coming around, and it's going to be amazing. Let's see what we got here. Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast Tour. See tickets. They do not have prices yet. More info. Yeah, prices have not been listed yet, unfortunately. So yeah, no prices have been listed for the show as of yet, but I'm hoping that it is not really expensive. I'm looking forward to it because yeah, it'll be good to see. As you also saw, if you are a metalhead, that um, that you pretty much have Ozzy Osbourne touring with Megadeth. They're coming around as well. Ozzy's doing his last tour ever, apparently. Um, I went to his first retirement tour, and then I went to his retirement sucks tour after that, back in the '90s. Here he is, 20 some odd years later, and he's still touring. And that's after he got an infection in his hand, 3 different infections in his hand. So that was kind of interesting. They're coming around. And for the old pop people out there, Backstreet Boys are back. Yes, they're coming back out again. Pop, yeah, I don't mind that. My wife likes the Backstreet Boys. Yeah, I said that. She's watching. Hi, hon. Um, but they're coming back around again. Um, and I pretty much have something coming up, and I was going to make an announcement in the next few days of what it is. My 24 Drunken Days of December will not be happening this year, as I will not be picking up an advent calendar as much as I want to, because this is the biggest time of year for alcoholics. I mean, people who enjoy beer, that you have all this stuff hitting you. You have all these great beers coming out, and you can't. Um, uh, hold on a second. I'm going to be doing something else, but I'm also going to be putting something else onto it. So, folks, I know that this is going to be a big ask if I do this, and if it is, please understand there is a big thing with this that I really want to do, and I hope that I will be able to get your support. Um, it's going to be something that I really want, that really means a lot to me, and I want to try to see if I can swing it some way where it works out for everybody in the end. So stay tuned for that. That's coming up. I just bought a couple more things for another video series that I want to do, and I've got a few things, and it might actually be a week-long series, short little clips of stuff, because I want to try and see if I can make this happen. Again, it's not going to be alcohol. I'm actually trying my best to keep the alcohol consumption down, which is not working for me. Um, and the reviews for the alcohol, I'm putting them into a little bit of a back burner. Still bring them out because I've got a lot of videos I have to bring out, but also do some other stuff. Like I want to do more unboxings. I want to do more product reviews. I want to do other things that don't make me as fat and fucking bloated and look like this. Um, but at the same point in time, there's stuff out there that will. Uh, that, and also I feel that I'm not getting younger. I'm absolutely not getting younger. I would love to sit down and be a 25-year-old with iron liver, but I'm not. I love to sit here and say that I've got all this stuff happening, but I don't. I've got to get myself into a healthy aspect where I've been watching my friends lose all this weight, and I've been feeling really jealous about it. But I've been very happy for all of them as I take a sip of beer. And I'll be taking a few sips of beer tonight because of the fact that I'm going to be gaming a lot. Um, but at the same point in time, I want to try and get it where I have a very steady mix of things because I would love to actually grow my channel. My channel has grown. Like, don't get me wrong, 363 people is amazing. So all those 363 people, thank you. But I hope you stick around to see how much more I have to offer because drinking is wonderful. Beer is amazing. And this isn't an alcoholic speaking. This is someone who actually enjoys a good fine beer. It's like a good fine glass of whiskey or wine or anything else like that. Beer can be the same thing. You can enjoy a good fine glass of it. I just feel that I could do so much more. So yes, there'll be a new series coming out in December. And the 24 Drunken Days of December will not be happening. Yeah, that's a tough one for me to swallow because I loved it. I still do. I might go back to it next year. This is just a special year that I might be doing something a little different. This is year 6, so yeah, let's try and see what happens, shall we? Or no, this is year 5. I started this in 2013. Year 5, yeah. Aside from that, I've got a lot of other things that I want to have brought up. Like I said, we'll be doing more gaming. I will be doing more live streams. I've got Red Dead Redemption that I want to live stream tonight that I probably will. I've got, like I said, the other stuff that I want to try and do tonight. I might actually do an actual drunk gaming where I've drank way too much to be playing a game, but I'll still play the game. Don't really want to be too hungover tomorrow though. I'm not I'm not a fan of those hangovers. One of those things. And yeah, watch for more things coming up. I do have a lot happening, and the November December season is quite interesting for someone like myself because this is where everything comes out. So, folks, for now, I'm going to get going because I want to get ready to sit down and possibly either watch the hockey game or play some games and stream it. I've rambled on enough about this. And I will try and see about bringing out my preempt to my 24 days that I've got coming up and to see what you guys think. I've got a lot of stuff going around in this head. I would love to hear what your thoughts were of my Chapels of Horror because I really didn't hear a lot. A lot of people said that it was good and everything. Got a lot of likes on it. So I guess that just shows that a lot of people like it. I really enjoyed doing it. My wife actually really enjoyed helping me out on it, aside from the mask that she had to wear because of the fact she couldn't fucking breathe in it. I don't blame her for that, and I actually made her stay in there for a little bit too long, and I shouldn't have. So until next time, folks, I am PK. I am saying cheers. I am saying stay frosty. This has been a wonderful beer that I've been sipping on, and I will be trying to get more down the gullet soon. Thanks again for joining. Have a good night, and we will see you real soon. Cheers.